a really important conversation to be having around our boobs.
Yeah, I just talk about boobs all the time now.
Yeah.
That's what my life has become.
And we're grateful that you do that. And so let's start with your story with breast cancer.
So I was 36 when I was diagnosed. I found a lump. I think I was just like scratching my boob, you know, I wasn't checking or anything, and thought, oh, this is weird. And then I said to my husband, can you feel this? Does this, you know, have you noticed this before? Because partners know your boobs quite well often. And he went, no, I don't remember this one. So I'd had a friend, Delaney, who's a Kiwi, who had just gone through breast cancer herself and was the same age as me. And I thought, it was like this voice in the back of my head going, you have to go to the GP or I will kick your butt, basically. So I went to the GP, and I genuinely think it's because of, you know, her that it kind of motivated me to get there, because it's so easy to dismiss things. We do it all the time. And even the GP went, oh, I don't know if it's anything, but hey, look, we'll refer you on. And I'm so glad she did, because then, you know, eventually I got a mammogram and an ultrasound and a biopsy, and it came back as breast cancer. And so suddenly I was on the train. I had 2 tumours in my breast, and it had gone to my lymph nodes, so it was progressing. Yeah. But it wasn't stage 4, and I'm really lucky. I'm so lucky that it wasn't. But I did 6 months of chemo, mastectomy and reconstruction, 15 rounds of radiation and 18 rounds of targeted therapy, which will be such a familiar treatment plan to a lot of women out there. So my last kind of active treatment was the day before we went into level 4 lockdown.
So you celebrated lockdown?
I did. I just hibernated like a little bear. But yeah, I'm really grateful for that all of those treatments exist. It is gnarly, and you know, women that are going through it, it's a lot, but you can get through it, and we're so lucky to have that.
And that's one side of it in terms of the treatment side. Yeah. However, the other effects of that and how your life was turned upside down.
Completely. I was doing breakfast radio. I suddenly was not doing that anymore. I'd been having panic attacks before my diagnosis, and actually, you know, going through a lot of stuff when I found my lump. So my life from 2 years ago was so different to my life now. It really turned everything upside down. And for my husband, you know, cancer affects families, not just the one person. Yeah. So life is really different, and I'm just happy to be here, to be honest.
We were talking, well, I just said in the intro that, you know, most women don't know what the signs are. And it's funny because we were having this conversation off air around how I had a mammogram in January, and I couldn't even remember because life is so busy.
People are busy. Yeah, women are so busy. It's frantic, right? And so those things have got well into the periphery. And I think sometimes putting yourself first really goes into the periphery. Yeah. Yeah. So, and also knowing what to look for. You know, you can check yourself, that's great, but I really knew about a lump, and that was about it. I didn't know about the other 8 signs of breast cancer. One of them is unusual pain. I'd heard the myth that pain means it's not breast cancer, so I'd ignored some pain. And maybe if I paid attention, I might have caught my breast cancer a little bit earlier. Yeah. You know, another one is a rash. And if I had a rash on my boob, I would absolutely be like, oh, that's weird. It's a weird rash. Yeah,
and but I wouldn't made the connection, right?
No, not at all. And so that's what the change in check stickers
so talk to us about that.
Yeah, look, I bought a giant one. This is a poster, but it's the stickers are not this big, but just for the sake of being able to see 9 boobs. They show the 9 signs of breast cancer. They're designed to go up in changing rooms around the country. It could be a retail store. It could be a gym, a pool. You know, you've got a spa, just anywhere that's public with a changing room. The A5s, they're not too big, they go on the mirror, and hopefully it means that people have got a couple of minutes to themselves in front of a mirror to have a look, to have a feel, or even if they just see something on the sticker and go, oh, whoa, I never knew that, then that hopefully will make a difference. And this campaign exists in the UK. A woman called Helen launched it in the campaign. She's a breast cancer survivor there. So she launched it, and it has saved lives. Women have come forward and said, I've seen these stickers in John Lewis, and now I found my breast cancer. So the fact that we can have it rolling out in New Zealand, I'm so appreciative to the Breast Cancer Foundation for, you know, resourcing it. But I'm hoping it will be a game changer for women.
What do you say to women who don't know the signs, who may actually suspect something, but are too scared to go to their GP or find out more information in case it is cancer?
So getting the call to say it's cancer is awful. Getting the call to say it's cancer and there's nothing we can do for you is even worse. So I think if you find it early, you get the call that says it's cancer and here's all these treatment options we can do for you. So realistically, finding it early is what's going to save your life. I know, I mean, I hate going to the doctor. I hated needles. I never spend a night in a hospital. You know, the concept of going in any kind of machine freaked me out. But I managed it, and I actually managed it with a smile on my face and you know, it was fine. So it sounds scarier than it is. You can absolutely do it. And if you can catch it early, then you get to stick around for a lot longer. So, you know, as much as the GP sucks, it's kind of the better option, you know. And also I'd say if you go to the GP and you feel like they're dismissive or perhaps they don't think it's anything and there's something in you that says, I don't know, advocate for yourself and go see another doctor or push for more tests because you know your body better than anyone else.